So in today's video, I wanted to talk about a really cool idea that you can use in your improvising to help add a little bit of interest, a little bit of flavor, a little bit of storytelling, a little bit of drama, and it's this use of target notes. Now, target notes can mean a lot of different things. It can mean chord tones on arpeggios. It can mean, there's a bunch of different ways to think about them. But in this one, what the way that we're going to treat target notes is we're going to look for a note that works over multiple chords in the chord progression, ideally maybe all of them actually, and in this instance we will have that happening. And we're just using it as a common reference point, because the cool thing about picking target notes in your playing is rather than changing with the harmony, which is super cool, and of course you can still change with the harmony, but by bringing in this constant kind of reference pitch, or this one stagnant note that won't go away and keeps coming back, is that in each chord it will be fulfilling a different context. So in this video, we're going to be using the chord progression from a famous old blues song called The Thrill Is Gone. The chords that you're about to hear blared from a looper are going to be B minor, they're going to be E minor, G major, and then F sharp major. And for this first one, this first round, or first two rounds, we'll see how crazy I decide to go over this, but let's just pick the note B as our target note. And I'm going to play for you, because I think if I play it for you, you'll get a better idea of what I mean by target notes. So I'm going to pick this B on my high E string. And the cool thing about this is, let's look. So when I play B on this B minor chord, it's obviously my root. When I play it on E minor, now it's the fifth. When I play G, now it's my major third. And then when I play F sharp, it's my suspended fourth. It's my sus4, or just my 4. So you'll get to hear it in different contexts. And again, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to play phrases and I'm going to address the chord changes, but I'm mostly just going to stick in the world of B natural minor. But when it's happening, I am going to be playing that B over each chord, so that you get this kind of, again, you can move around it, but it's almost like, the best analogy I can think of is like pivoting in basketball, where you have a pivot foot, and so you hear the same note. I'm not moving, but I'm moving. You know what I mean? Anyways, here's me playing with the backtrack. We'll see if this makes any sense at all. So, wrong button, sorry. I got a new amp modeler over the Christmas break, and now I don't know what I'm doing with my looper pedal anymore, but so there, again, hopefully that kind of came across, where I was totally improvising around it, and I'm playing unique phrases, but I was trying to come back and hit that B on every chord so that you can hear it shift. Now, let's look at a different example we could use. Let's say I want to use F sharp. So in this case, F sharp is the fifth of my B minor chord. In E minor, it would be my ninth, or my second. That's a cool sound, a chord extension. For G, it's my major seventh. So now I get this beautiful major 7 kind of sound. And then over F sharp, it's my root, but an octave higher. So here's me doing that same idea. And again, the interest in this is that you're coming back to a certain reference point. It gives you kind of a different generator of ideas when you're trying to kind of use this one static place. So let's see what happens if I just noodle a bit with F sharp as my guide. course, again, hitting the wrong button. Now, let's try this kind of one more time and see what we get. So now, let's say that my target note is going to be E. So on B minor, the note E is actually my 4th, or if we were thinking jazz, my 11th, which is a beautiful sound on a minor chord. If I were to play it over E, it's my root again. If I play it over G, it's my major 6th, so this is a disaster of a voicing to grab, but a nice major sound. And then on my F sharp, it's my flat 7. So that's kind of cool because it'll add a dominant flavor to that F sharp. So that's what this would sound like. Wrong button. Okay, there I'm getting cheeky with it. But I was just using the same pitch and then an octave. But anyways, hopefully that kind of illustrates this point and gives you some ideas to mess around with this in your improvising. Because when working on improvising, I'm a big fan of kind of coming up with games, or almost in this case rules, to kind of limit what you're trying to do, because a lot of people tend to think that, you know, infinite options is the magical birthing place of creativity. And I actually think a lot of the time it comes from having carefully curated restrictions, if that makes sense, because it'll make you think in a different way and it'll make you react a different way. Rather than just saying anything you play is okay, you're kind of saying this is the spot that I want to hang out for a minute. And it gives you hopefully some of those examples. Again, were any of them particularly mind-blowing? At least to me, no. Let me know in the comments if I suck. But it just gives you this different kind of way of framing what you're looking at, and kind of gives you this unique way of interacting with the music that you're improvising on. And it gives you this common point that kind of pulls you through the whole chord progression, or pulls you through whatever it is, and it just gives you something to be creative with and mess around with. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe. It really helps me out more than you could know. If you want to support me in the free educational content that I put out here, you can subscribe to my Patreon, which is linked down in the description below. All of my patrons get early access to videos, as well as cool behind the scenes sneak peeks at stuff that I'm working on, and videos and posts that I don't share anywhere else. So I'd love to see you over there. It's a wonderful little community of guitar lovers. If you're looking for a different way to support me and what I do have an ebook and a video course for sale, also linked down in the description. Both of them are fantastic, kind of very in-depth and precise things that are a lot more in-depth than I can go into in a 10 to 15 minute YouTube video. But last but not least, of course, I'm uploading new YouTube videos every week, so I hope I'll see you in the next one. And until I do, I'll wish you a wonderful day, and I hope you have some fun playing the guitar. Thanks.